Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Hemby. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Floating away. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Terrapins look to keep this drive humming. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. A fair catch called for and made. A first down for the offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen.
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking for a block. It's Smith. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Long incompletions, okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Power football with the run. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Looking to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
All kinds of... Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that time.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. Here comes the offense on 1st down. On the run, it's Carter. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Throwing right. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a crease. It's Hemby. And the ball slipped out. Bounced right back to them.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And that one falls incomplete, a huge stand by the defense.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I gotta say, watching this guy run is giving me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They'll run play action. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He'll take another shot here. He makes makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Oh, those are those where you're just looking at your hands, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
On 4th down, trying to find his man.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Try to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Williams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Terrapins! No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll start this drive with a pass. Going up top. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. After the incompletion, looking at second down. They'll try the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Fires to the middle. It's caught. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. See what they dial up on 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On the ground, it's Carter. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Maryland, 28, Michigan State, 17.
And the Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's got it again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs.
First down.
They'll give it to the back. Bulls his way forward. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there, they can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. In the red area, it's Frazier. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
4th down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Spartans! And they take it in for 6 more points. Got his start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. From the gun. They're bringing heat. Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the two-point try.
28, Michigan State, 23.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And the extra point is good.
Michigan State, 23.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The give to the right. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The give to the back. Just ran over him. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
On the option. Quick toss. At the 35, he's loose. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards, maybe. 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Off play action. And they get the sack just like that.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the third quarter.
Maryland, 35. Michigan State, 23.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Running back searching for a hole. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's one of the only ways you're getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's taking the shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Michigan State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. At the 45, on his way. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field.